See, up onto the door! Oh my goodness! I can't believe that worked!
Good morning, guys. It is day one of LZ World Tour Ireland. I am super excited. I'm always mind blown by the level of show cars here. Even just pulling in, we passed so many amazing cars, and I'm honestly honored looking through the pits, seeing some of the names that are here, some of the cars that everyone brought out. What a special event. Stoked to go out, get some driving in. Hopefully the weather holds good. It's gonna be a good day.
Apparently, just when we got the car, Maddie from 6 Elements saw the video that it didn't have a dash and made this custom, like, dry carbon dash for it. I could be mistaken, but it looks like it's basically modeled after a stock 86 dash.
Yeah.
It looks super clean.
I love it.
It's so fancy now. I kind of want to get 86 back home just like I have his dash.
Foreshadowing?
Unfortunately not.
Quick interruption with good news / bad news. We had some epic event t-shirts to commemorate the second stop of the LZ World Tour. I'll put an image up here. Ironically, having a battle of me and James on the t-shirt, not knowing that it would actually happen, but they got caught in customs and didn't get released, and we don't know when they're going to get released. So I'm sorry that we didn't have them available at the event. However, we did put them on Drift Games website and on LZMFG, so whether you're in the USA or you're in Europe, you have two options, and once they're released from customs, we'll be able to send them out to you. So right now they're technically pre-order, but we have the shirts and they should be released any day. So if you want to get a chance, this is your only opportunity. Head over to Drift Games or to LZMFG and get your shirt before it's too late. Based on that onboard lap, but the guys actually aligned the car last night because it was super jacked up, like different caster on each side, and they matched the lower caster and the car just felt super twitchy. Adding caster to a car usually gives it a little bit better steering feel, and I just went back, moved the wheels forward on both sides a bit to hopefully get some caster back and get the car feeling a little more natural. So that last lap felt like a completely different car and not confidence inspiring.
James.
Michael.
Blackberry boy.
Michael, I got Blackberry. You need me to call your mom? I got you.
Are you sticker boy again?
No, I'm observing the sticker boy. This is a sticker master.
Ooh.
Yeah, sticker master. This is Jay with Precision Graphics. He's the guy that wrapped the whole car for us.
You did a killer job.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Look at this shit. It's literally, it's all one piece.
Yeah.
And they nailed it. Look at the placement on the side. Like, the placement's so good.
Everything is like
Like
a mirrored finish to S15.
How do you get this to land exactly where you needed it to? It's like, I can't imagine. I'm sticking the sticker on top of it. I'm not. Yeah. Big brain. Yeah.
Crazy.
Michael. How are you?
Good. How are
There's
you?
a lot of people here. I walk through the crowd. They're like, Grant, can you get Adam for us?
Oh God.
How good would that be? Can you get Adam? Where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy?
I'm about to buy a James Dean shirt.
Hold on.
Guys, we got a photo.
Yeah.
He's not lefty.
Yeah, man.
You gonna draw a Harley on there for him or what?
Oh, he's got a number 2.
333 has evil.
So nice.
There you go.
Let's go. That was
Can I get a
tight.
picture with the boys?
Sure.
Unlike FD, we all get 2 runs of qualifying here, and because of the number of people in the bracket, everyone's going to qualify. Not a high-risk scenario, so this is when I get to have some fun and just send it, and just drive how I want to drive with no pressure of worrying about getting into the show or not. So I'm going to hopefully try to go put on a show. Hopefully the car does what it needs to do. It's dry now, so track's going to be good. Just got to let her eat.
Might know who he is. It is Mr. Adam LZ, and Adam LZ driving an AE86 this weekend.
What motor is in that car?
A 1JZ.
A 1JZ.
So it's a Toyota with a Toyota, but not the one you would expect.
No.
A lot of people put Beams engines, SR20s, but it's got a 6-cylinder in there.
motor for the front of that car.
It is, and he's been driving it really well. We tested the car a couple of weeks back, but we didn't know how it would perform. He said he's loving it. He's making some changes. He's improving it. They just put a carbon fiber dashboard in this last night, and he fires into that first corner. Perfect on the line so far is Adam LZ in this Corolla as he takes it wide out to the edge of the track. And this is a car that can push so fast around this track because it's got so little weight, but he's almost over-rotated the car, went in a little too fast into the corner and had to kind of steer or hammer his way out of a mistake.
He definitely found the limiter for a little bit there. He got choked up and then had to basically do a rolling burnout to stay technically maybe in drift. I don't know if they're gonna.
Yeah, we'll see what the judges say, but it looked to me like he was pushing it so hard in practice, maybe trying to find the limits of that car. He went a little too hot into that second corner, but he's got a second run left to go.
Beginning half looked fantastic.
Yeah, he was on it. I think he was trying to go for that 99-point run. He was so comfortable in the car that was definitely not a safe or tentative run for Adam LZ.
We're sitting over here waiting for our next run. How was qualifying, Grant?
My 4th lap, and I put it together. I didn't do that great, but I didn't beef it, so I'm really happy.
That was a subtle diss at me for my performance.
It was not a subtle diss.
I'm just playing.
You are an incredible driver.
Shut up.
I've been telling you this for the past 15 minutes.
He just wants to get invited to the next one.
Yeah, I already got a car from Jason's.
How about you, Nate?
Dude, broken axle going into the burnout box.
Oh, so you got one lap now, huh?
That's it, dude.
it.
Pressure's on.
Yo, chill with the burnouts.
I'm saying.
He's the king of pulling it together though, so he's got nothing to worry about.
Yep, and
I've
you're.
done that a few times. Zero my firsts and then do decent on my seconds. We'll see.
You'll be good, man.
It happens. And then Mr. Luke, how's the good old SRA6 treating you?
Love it.
Yeah.
Cool little car. Struggling a little bit with the steering still because it's got all that chassis stuff in it, but I was able to put a run together. Just got to in the same spot you had a bit of drama in, I had a bit of drama.
Dude got an 89 and he's talking like he barely made it through.
Disappointing.
It does make me feel a little bit better though, because I'm
No,
like.
it's definitely a spot.
Yeah.
There's a spot right in the middle of that corner where everybody's putting tyres off. Dude, James Dean stuffed up on the same corner. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That does make you feel a little bit better. I want to see if I can add a little bit more lock to this thing. It's like it's got just enough, but you don't have any margin for error. So if you tap the brakes in the chase, or if like, you know what I'm saying, you don't have that comfort.
You get exactly the same issue.
Yeah.
No, I think they mess with them a little too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But still wicked cars, right?
Oh yeah.
A86s are just you have to drive one.
No, this thing rips.
And it's not raining.
Yeah, dude. The sun,
Bro, if it rains, I'm gonna be mad at you.
You're gonna be mad at me. I'm the weatherman.
He's gonna be
You
sunburned.
better watch out.
Weatherman Grant. Weather Grant.
All right, let's go put this together, Adam.
All right, let's go.
We're
put this
great
together.
drivers. Let's go have fun and do a good job and put on a good show.
What do girls call that? Positive.
Reinforcement?
No. When you talk to yourself and say positive things, there's a term for
I was
it.
talking to you.
Oh, no, he said we.
Yeah, that's collectively. Let's do a great job.
All right.
I'll do probably mediocre, and you guys are gonna do really good.
And happy birthday, Jimmy Oaks.
Happy birthday, Jimmy Oaks.
But here's a man under pressure. It's the last run of qualifying. He's in an A86 Corolla with a 1JZ. He's had a stormer of a practice session, but he over-rotated a little bit in his first qualifying run. It's Mr. LZ, and he's sitting in the 40s. Last run of qualifying in the dry. Can Adam LZ...
sake of the event.
This is pressure. This is pressure right now. Let's see if he can get it done. Adam LZ comes off the line, 520 horsepower, turned up right now in this 86.
Absolute monster coming down that hill. And this is so far looking much better than his first run. Let's see if he can actually finish it off. This is where he struggled a little bit and actually lost drift, had to do the rolling burnout all the way across. Not doing that this time. He wants to prove I'm okay. Everything's fine. I like this 86. I am going to put on a hellacious run.
That is a monster of a run in that car. So we bought this car, I tested this car, and I'm not even sure how capable this car was of doing this.
It's very capable,
We
Dave.
came here with no expectations of just having fun, and now it looks like one of the quickest cars around the track on 15-inch 205 street radials. It just flew through that track to go through to the main event tomorrow. He does into 11th position with a 93 for Adam LZ in the 86 Corolla. What a finish to qualifying, and if you're here watching it or you're watching at home, you are watching history in the making. We had Audi Quattros, 4 rotors, 3 rotors, 86s, Driftmasters, Formula D, the whole bunch thrown into one qualifying session.
Amalgamation of amazingness.
I pulled that out of my ass. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but I was just like super doing a lot of clutch work in that corner I spun before, just played extra safe. Probably could have done a better job there, but I didn't want to spin again, so glad I put a square on the table. Kind of tacky, but I think it's going to be funny. It's Larry and Jimmy's birthday today, so after Jimmy's battle, he's going to be up there, and we're going to get the whole crowd to sing happy birthday to both of them. Mike's going to be behind the scenes, convincing Larry to go up there, saying a big moment's about to happen, and little does he know, it's both their birthdays, and they're about to get sung to by 10,000 people.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. I would hate that if it were me.
for it.
I can't hear anything. Can you hear anything? I can't hear anything.
Ah, here we go. To you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy and Larry. Happy birthday to you. Round of applause, everybody.
And now we'll see if it's a happy birthday or not, because there's still a judging decision to be had here. This could.
You give me a hug, Mike. Give me a hug.
Yes. Happy birthday, buddy.
May and June. And then June has been show. We got our summer
Maybe I
fire.
should say we should bring this to
James
We can film it.
We'll just ask James. Is that Adam LZ?
James Dean.
It's Adam LZ.
James Dean.
Adam LZ.
That's James Dean.
I can't believe it's right there.
We do this back and forth all the time. Every morning in the hotel lobby for it. He's like, oh my god, is that James Dean? We're wrapped up for today. It was awesome watching the bottom 16 compete. The kid Archie that won in a Datsun 1200, just like my Datsun back home. I wanted to speak with him a bit about that car. He's gone for the day, so we're gonna catch him tomorrow morning. Just got done with the meet and greet, got to meet a bunch of you guys, and I have to say, one of the craziest things about this event, maybe because I'm from America, this is different, but the fact that every other person came from like a pretty far away country in Europe. I know, I guess it's like similar in the States of someone going from like California to Florida, let's say, but it's still wild to like be talking to someone from a different country, every other person. Wild. Definitely appreciative of everyone that comes out, and even more appreciative to hear that everyone enjoyed the show. So I saw a lot of good comments on the live stream, and I'm stoked to watch myself. I got to catch the end of it, and it was really good. And I'm stoked to go compete tomorrow. Rainy start to big comp day. I'll put in a couple runs here. Feeling really good in the car, and I feel like I can chase almost anybody, and the car's fast, consistent, does exactly what I needed to do. I don't know how evident it will be, I guess, if I have any of the runs filmed on the way back. There's a bit of a weird issue going on with the clutch where it's starting to slip. It doesn't affect me that much in drift, but on the run up, it's like flaring. And I noticed on the pedal, when I press the pedal down, it's returning slow. So hopefully it's like a bleeding issue, and we can address that. Because I feel so good in this car, I feel like I could actually win this whole thing in it. But I need to make sure the clutch will last the whole comp. So I'm gonna try to baby it and then go figure out a solution, probably chill with practice, and then go right into comp. here's my logic. The 86 I think has enough clutch for at least one battle, and I really want to beat James Dean again. So I'm gonna save it for battles. We have fantasy battles, which are just kind of like a fun exhibition match. Some drivers that are competing today, some that got knocked out yesterday. So I figured I would drive something else. Dave said I could drive his absolutely wild Corvette. Should be pretty good. I'll make a couple setup changes. I don't know if I'm gonna get any practice laps, and I'm going up against Luke in fast 8.6 first, so we'll just go have some fun with it. And it'll be cool to drive this thing because it looks wild and should be a good car. FDF, I've driven Quad's car in FDF before. Yeah. You guys saw the live stream. Archie drove fantastic yesterday, and this car, it's funny, like I have a 1200 and I was talking about like how good an SR would be as a drift car. So to see this thing here and to see you like compete against all the big dog cars and win, like everyone's so stoked, including myself. Would you be down to like give us like a super quick walk around of the car?
Yeah, definitely, man. So there's a few things that are a bit different on it. When it comes up to temperature, this will rise, but it'll actually be down, and it's on the PDM in there. So I'll show you that now actually, But then the back of the car, so right in this, go down.
That is so cool.
Is it just like a servo or something in there?
Yeah.
And that's just for like heat dissipation?
Yeah. But then when the car's actually running, so the bonnet will be down, and then as it comes up to temperature, it will leave more airflow through and out the top there, so it keeps cooler.
That's so cool.
It's kind of like a smart thing and kind of a cool thing at the same time.
I was asking what actually you run in the back.
So basically it's a space frame rear end with a Sierra diff and shafts with a Celine style rear axle, so it's got a solid axle on an A-frame. So it acts like a solid axle, like a live axle, but it's actually got a separate diff, like a Sierra diff in the centre with shaft. So yeah, so it acts like a live axle.
And then is the front end all like S chassis stuff?
Front end, yeah, basically. So front end custom subframe. So loop the subframe forward 40mm.
God, it's super tidy.
Yeah. Wow. It was meant to be made like a show car.
I was about to say.
The memo from James for Finesse said like I want it to look like a show car.
So you built this car?
Yeah, me and my friend Jamie. Yeah.
Cool. What's your shop called? What's it called?
CDK Tuning.
CDK Tuning.
Back in the UK. Cool. It's only a little shop. We've been doing most of the work for James at Auto Finesse. Yeah.
Seeing this one makes me want to drift mine so badly.
I think you need to do it.
I was like joking around about it because I feel like all it is like an S chassis lock kit and a hydro away from like working well.
So S15 front end, pretty much bolt on.
Yeah.
Just have to put the tension on.
And do you need a drill, a hole or something here? Oh, just the
S15 upright, bolt straight on.
Sick. What's it weighing at?
We don't know 100%.
We never put it on scales, but we reckon it's probably under 800 kilos.
800 kilos.
We think so.
That's crazy.
Because they don't weigh much.
Yeah.
The BMW box is quite heavy, and stock, as a stock car, it's 730.
Yeah.
When we got it up. Yeah. So they're light already, it's got perspex all round. We cut a lot of metal out the back of it.
I want to see what you did for a steering column, because that's the one thing, like mine has the steering box and I hate it. And I've got so much play in it, like the stock steering box.
Right, so basically that's an IS200, so yeah, Toyota IS200 steering rack. Yeah, and we made it fit the subframe, so that is a bespoke subframe that we made, and then it has an IS200 rack that bolts to it, and the steering column we made.
It's interesting, like getting into these cars because it's not like say like an S chassis where you have all the bolt-on solutions. So much of it's like all custom stuff.
Everything on this was bespoke. We had to make everything. We made a tunnel, pedal box to fit. The cage was done by someone else.
That's super tidy.
Yeah, but most of the back end and the front is all custom, apart from all the S15 bolted to it. I think you should do it with yours.
I know.
You need to do it.
Well, my thing is I want to like still go drag racing with it, but it'd be cool to just show up at like a drift comp, kind of like you did with this, not intending to win, and then go win.
Yeah, that's always a bonus, of course. We're meant to be doing a few donuts. Doing some demos out in between all the runs, and then the next minute they say, look, you want to... And we know you can do it. We went to Poland, to Ultra Race in Poland.
Yeah.
And sort of revealed it there.
Debuted it there.
And then, it worked.
Oh, it looks like it's great, especially in the rain.
Yeah. I think that's the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The light.
The right has got no power steering, so the rain gives it that extra little bit of like help.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's a bit of a fight. It is. We are going to look out for that next.
You drove great? Good luck today.
Thank you very
Hopefully
much.
we get to battle.
Yeah.
I never know, that'd be cool.
I think if you win and I win, it'll be us next time for that.
All right.
We'll try and get it anyway, yeah. We'll give
right.
it our best.
Thanks, guys.
Cool, yeah, thank you.
Take care.
That's why you come to Mondello Park this weekend, to hear the sound of our people. Obnoxious, silly engines in silly cars, doing silly things with very silly drivers as well.
Yes, 110%.
Incredible. So we have on the line now a very interesting battle, all Corolla 86 battle. When did you ever think you'd hear this? Luke Fink from Australia versus Adam LZ from the USA in 2 Corolla. One JZ powered in Adam LZ's car and one SR20 powered in Luke Fink's. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, the fanboys are going to love this one. The 86 is not a chassis that you normally see in competition, and here we are in the fantasy battles with 2 of them on the track right now. We got a hatchback versus a coupe. Let's see what they can do. Adam's a little bit further behind than Luke than he wants to be, but he is catching up pretty quickly as they round up into this outer zone. Swinging it back by a little bit slower than they want to go because we are still in the wet. Riding it all the way out to the wall, Luke Fink with a solid lead run, and Adam doing everything he can to keep up. Apparently Luke changed to rain-specific tires, and he said that made all the difference in the world. What a strange concept.
Absolutely. I'm just going to give you a little behind the scenes. So the clutch gradually failing in Adam LZ's 86. So yes, so the
it is currently eating itself alive.
It is eating itself alive. He said there's not much left in it. He just wants to put a show on for the fans. He's hoping to still make it to his battle with James Dean. Just fun battles that we wanted to see. 2 86s and 2 legends of the game. Here we go.
All right, Adam initiating in again, having some clutch issues. Hopefully that doesn't come into play, and Luke is putting a little bit more pressure on than Adam was able to do, which is exactly what Luke is known for, what Luke is fantastic at doing. He's one of the best follow drivers, I would say, on the planet. As these 86s are rounding the course, Takumi Fujiwara smiled as they come out and around. Grasping for tofu, grasping for straws. That was a solid run from both of those guys.
Really good run, and amazing to see 2 86s back battling in Mondello Park. I feel like I'm back in 2010 or 11. It's so cool to see. I know the Irish crowd are going to love seeing as many Corollas that are out here this weekend. It's all about it. Guys, give it up for Luke Fink and Adam LZ.
Good job, 86 boys. We're proud of you.
Incredible stuff from both of these guys. So Luke Fink gets the win. Adam LZ will be back out for another little spin later on.
He's got a chance to redeem.
He's up against James Dean in the top 16. So we've just seen a whole lot of different car there between a Corolla and a Mazda RX-7. We don't know if James is using the Mazda or the Nissan. We don't know.
pushing Luke around in practice, and he was a little scared.
Scared?
Yeah. So he went and he put the what are they called?
Rain sports.
The rain sports.
The young lad in the Datsun was using yesterday, and he was fast on, and all the guys that are, like when you're sitting on the start line and somebody pulls like 10 to 15 car lengths on, they're the guys on those tires. And I was like, I want some of them.
To be fair as well, like your car was notably slower than mine in practice.
Yeah.
So like I would have done the same thing.
Yeah,
but now it like flips the script to where now like
it's good.
I need something now.
Well, you have to have them for the battles, right?
Yeah.
If people are using them, it's like it's even when there's a tire rule in place, people always find like something.
And the rain sports is that something.
Exactly right. That is a Velino.
Yeah, but it's interesting because it's got such deep tread that's probably what dissipates the rain really well, huh?
Yeah.
And it looks like a street tire.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going against Jimmy in the next fantasy battle, and I don't think he's going to put rain sports on, so I'll go talk to him.
I think he's actually got them on.
Then what's James Dean going to be on?
He's on not on rain sports, but he's on something else that's pretty good. Some Falcon things.
Man, I got my confidence so high in practice. I was like, yeah, my car's fast enough. I'm pushing people around, and then battle time, everyone switches.
Look, it's just wanted to lead you into a false sense of security.
And you did.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
You're well seasoned in this game.
I am.
Been around for a minute or two, huh?
I've been around since Chelsea was in Pro 2. It's when I first came and did FD in the States.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it was still fun.
Absolutely.
I reckon our
sixes together is just the best.
Well, I was gonna say too. I reckon those windmills that we did at the end are probably one of the best windmills I've ever done.
Oh yeah, straight tire to tire.
Like literally instant clutch kick, like straight tire to tire the entire time.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that synchronized.
There's not a lot of people that muck around and do them.
Yeah, I know. That's like
get practice.
We did. What do they call it? We did cones or cones?
Rings, lad.
Yeah, we just did twin rings.
Twin ring. What do they call it when you do twin rings?
Yeah.
Just rings, lad.
Yeah, but we did dual rings with the front tires touching. Yeah. Who are you battling next?
No one. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Oh, you're not competing today?
No.
Oh.
Yesterday.
Should have used the rain sports yesterday.
I should have. I seriously should have.
Well, you got to win.
We didn't know about cheat code yesterday. Chris only found out the cheat code last night.
Yeah.
And he got him for his battles. And I was like, give me some of them for the fantasy battle. And I beat at him.
The rain sports sales have just gone weep.
Yeah. You need something?
Yeah, I actually need to steal some for my car now. What do we got over here? Oh, I don't have time to swap my tires to the rain tires that Jimmy just put on. It's like my car was really competitive, and now everyone's just making theirs more competitive. So a little butthurt, but it's okay. I think we'll still have a chance against Jimmy. All right, I take that back. Turns out the front of my car is on the rain sports, so we're gonna put my front wheels on the back, my back wheels on the front, so I can have a fair chance against Jimmy.
Fantasy battle before we take a bit of a break before our top 16 intro. We're going to go to the main event today, and it's two guys that have had a huge impact on the Irish car scene over the last 2 years. One, Adam LZ, bringing this whole road show, this circus to Mondello Park, and Jimmy Oakes, who's been back here. I think Jimmy's been in Ireland more than I have in the last year, coming to Bashes, hanging out with people. Jimmy Oakes and Adam LZ, did you ever think you'd see it in Mondello Park? Well, we're about to. Adam in that Corolla, as he said, it's got a little bit of clutch issue. Looks like there's some rain falling, and here we go.
Oh, conditions are going to get slippery again. There's a little bit of personality going on in this battle, and these guys are going to put it all on the line, even though both of them have tons of driving to do later on today. But we'll see what happens as they round out towards this wall. LZ putting it in all the places it needs to be. Jimmy's putting it on his door all the way through the exit of the turn. Here we go. That was the first half of the last battle of our fantasy battles.
That was pretty intense. There was definitely no holding back there. Adam going for that perfect qualifying line, and Jimmy getting right up in his business towards the end. If you're in Mondello Park right now, give these guys a big wave as they go through the and look at Adam LZ as driving through the puddle on purpose to try and cool down the clutch in the car and throw some.
That was an interesting tactic he just did there.
He drove through the puddle, put some cold water up on the gearbox and the clutch, hopefully to cool it down. That clutch on its last legs. 2JZ and a 1JZ. So with the same power plant, roughly the same power, but two completely different chassis and two very different driving styles. It's the last run of our fantasy battles. Jimmy Oaks to lead in Adam LZ.
And Jimmy's probably got quite a few, I'd say double the laps that Adam has out in that thing. So he has been driving every single moment that he can, and it is absolutely showing as he's putting on a clinic out here, riding that outside line, swinging it outside, dipping into the rocks. Here we go. Adam's not giving him any room as they swing back towards the wall. Jimmy's deep in the outer zone. Adam is right up in his business, wants to bump him around the track, but being a little bit nice. That was reserved. That was very gentlemanlike of Adam.
That was pretty cool. We got an 86 Corolla pushing around S14s in Mondello Park. This is good. This is good stuff.
Good vibes.
Everybody up on their feet and give it up for Jimmy Oaks and Adam LZ. Battle. We're going to go to Chelsea Denofa to make a difficult decision.
The man won his own event. Adam LZ.
Adam LZ gets the win. Adam LZ gets the win against Jimmy Oaks. But that was an amazing battle both ways. Chelsea, that was some good driving in borrowed cars there.
Jimmy, Adam, from BMX into drifting in front of this huge crowd here in Mondello and the world watching online. Jimmy, I want to start with you. How does it feel, dude, to be here now?
Oh, dude, it's undescribable. Adam is one of my best friends, one of my oldest friends. And we've always had aligning hobbies our whole life, and to be here doing the things that we love together on the same track in front of everyone and people who support us, it is undescribable.
Yeah, it looked amazing. What a battle, boys. Adam, you said the car was on its last legs, dude. You managed to do it. How does it feel out there?
It was great. I thought honestly it was going to be one more time. We both made some pretty big mistakes in the lead, but just put this out there, by the way, Jimmy taught me how to do donuts, which I think is pretty freaking cool. Now we're battling in Ireland.
Well, boys, you definitely put on a show. That was an incredible battle. Thank you so much.
Even though the conditions aren't as good as we would have liked them to do, there's still a gigantic crowd out here. It's giving me the good, positive feelings.
Absolutely, Jimmy Oaks. We will send him out of the arena. Jimmy Oaks has been a big purveyor of putting the Irish car scene on the map in the last year or so. So, guys, give it up for Jimmy Oaks as he leaves the arena. And, of course, every show.
James is not driving his 4-rotor, he's having some clutch issues with it, so he's driving his 14, 15, whatever it is. I just made the call to switch back to the dry setup because looking at other battles looks like it's starting to smoke up, and I'm worried that I would have too much grip. So the car will be a little bit looser, but hopefully easier to drive. He'll be leading first, so I'm just going to need to give it everything I got and try to stick it to him.
LZ, how are you? What's the deal with 2 cars on the start line? So after our battle, I must do some Rings, lad.
Okay.
We're going doing some rings. Thought it was some sort of psychology thing. He's gonna
Which cars are gonna be?
I'm not gonna know which one he's in, and then both are gonna pull to the start line. I'm just gonna stay standing out till the last second and jump in. Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, it'll be a good time. Yeah, looking forward to it. Are you looking for redemption after New Jersey? Well, let's see. I'll tell you after the run.
It's actually happening. Adam LZ on 15-inch tires in a 1JZ Corolla going up against the Driftmaster spec S14 of James Dean. But remember, the tires are equaled a little bit here. Who knows what's going to happen? And the clutch slipping in the Corolla. And James says he hasn't done too much practice in the S14, but it's kind of not an excuse.
He's kind of comfortable in that
Here
car.
we go. As they come up the straight, James Dean enters. Adam LZ in the chase position. As they come in over the hill, James Dean puts foot to floor as Adam LZ fires through the smoke cloud from the Falcon.
Yes.
And look at this. Adam LZ up onto the door.
My
Goes
goodness
LZ.
gracious.
LZ pushing James Dean. Contact between both drivers as they fire down. Adam LZ fires up onto the door of James Dean. Can you believe what you're seeing in Mondello Park right now?
Clutch issue? I don't know. If there's a clutch issue in that car, man, he is absolutely railing right now.
LZ just pushed James Dean around on 15-inch tires.
In a pro car. A fully pro car.
That is a Pro Driftmasters car against, well, it is a 500 horsepower Corolla, but look at that dive from Adam LZ. And I thought he was going to get left behind. And look at this again, through the smoke cloud. He comes firing through onto the outside zone, gets up onto James Dean's door. And look at this for a moment as you see Dean and LZ door to door across the line in just, it's just poetry in motion. I love it. James Dean now in the chase position where he wants to be. This is where James Dean wants to be. Now remember a couple of weeks ago in Formula Drift, it was LZ that took out Dean.
Yes, it was.
Dean now wants to get a little bit of revenge here.
Revenge. They're teammates technically. So this is, and again, this is a fun battle. This is the first skateboard.
It's fun.
deck.
It's fun. Everybody's fun. It's fun.
It's just fun.
It's not serious. It's not serious. It's very serious. Here we
Oh,
go.
it's
LZ
serious.
in the lead position. James Dean. Look at James Dean right in on top of Adam LZ as they go through the first corner. This is again a crazy. Look at James Dean surging forward
there
into the.
we go.
And LZ goes to that perfect white line. And look at this. James Dean up onto the door of that little 86 as they transition back. Smoke clouds from both cars as they transition back. Adam LZ with a wild flick and James Dean up onto the door as they go across the line. That is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
What is even happening right now? How are these battles so good? Is it just because we're in Ireland? Is it because you guys are just that good of drivers?
Well, we bring great drivers to Ireland to face great drivers in Ireland. This is what you get. Well, I needed a moment there
Yeah,
because
I think we all need
just
a moment.
take a snapshot of what you're seeing in front of the grandstand right now. Adam LZ in an 8.6 against James Dean on home soil. This is what it's all about. That was a ridiculous battle by both of these guys. And you know what? There's no losers in that. That was phenomenal. Chelsea, who's getting the call?
My teammate gets the win.
Oh, that doesn't narrow it down at all.
James Dean gets the win.
James Dean gets the win, goes through. Adam Ivel is down there. Adam, talk us through that. For those guys, that must have been crazy in the cars.
James, run off, don't run off. That was, I feel like I'm dreaming. I feel like I'm dreaming. What are we seeing, Adam, James, from FD to here? How does it feel? About once again. Adam, we'll start with you, man. How was it?
I mean, it's an honor to get to drive here again and to do it in a good old twin cam and be going against this guy. Like, I knew it was going to be a real tough battle, and I'm happy with my run, but you sealed the deal, man.
Very much, man. Yeah. James, payback was served in Ireland this weekend. How does it feel?
I was nervous jumping back into this at the line because we didn't know. That was my first chase run in the dry. And yeah, it was so much fun just jumping back into this car and just hoping that it's all going to work out. And yeah, I loved it. Awesome driving with Adam. He did a sick lead run. Pleasure as always, and we're all delighted that you're here.
I could see that go one more. I would have watched a couple of runs of that. It was phenomenal.
I wouldn't have complained. Not one single bit if we had to see those guys go. Adam's clutch probably wouldn't have survived, but
it's just about surviving this set of donuts in front of the grandstand. What a phenomenal just scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just incredible for drifting. And absolutely bananas as Adam lights the 15s up on the Corolla, leaves it. Give it up for Adam LZ and James Dean, ladies and gentlemen.
Getting ready to go have a Guinness with the boys, and then I got told they want me to do a good old demo in Dave's crazy Corvette fighter jet looking thing. I am stoked because I got real excited to drive it, and then my A6 showed up, which I'm glad I got to drive. But now I get to just go do a little exhibition lap with it. Car looks incredible, and I don't think they have much media with it driving yet, so for it to go do some laps in front of the crowd, I'm sure Dave will be stoked, and I'm stoked to get to drive
Adam has driven this car, and he's absolutely chucking it in already. And Darren is just trying to get up on his door.
This is terrifying, but look at them. These look so cool on
Hey,
track
Dave,
together.
your car looks really good out there, bud.
Yeah, I get that.
That seems like a pretty well-sorted drift car for an art piece.
Look at these things out there. Oh, jeez.
Dave, your watch exploded again.
I've had an emotional breakdown. They can stop now. They can stop if they want, but it does look very cool. Two insane machines from the brain of Darren McNamara. And Adam LZ out there doing some donuts, raising some smoke, clouding out Mondello Park. mistake, can they say, look at Banksy on the initiation, unbelievable contact on entry, Banksy smashes the door of Quinn's car, he's in again, Banksy, big angle with Quinn, really
It's
close,
right there.
on the bumper, Quinn drops the wheel, transitions back.
I am absolutely out of breath. I am out of all my words, my energy. These boys have done an incredible job of putting on a show for all of you. Third step on the podium. Will you give it up for the machine, James Dean? This might be the first podium of equal height we've seen in a while with James. And it's this, the final. What a final we had. In second place, will you please give it up for Kevin Quinn? And your winner of Stop 2 of the LZ World Tour all the way from the UK. Give it up for Bugsy! Crowd we've had here today. The weather stayed away just until the final. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching online. It has been a sensational event. Once again, give it up for third place, James Dean. Second, Kevin Quinn. And your winner, Steve Bagsy Biagione!
I can't believe that worked.
I should have bet money on that. Literally, we
That dude started inching forward. I was like,
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have some bags.
You ever seen the first Whipple supercharger?
dang, that's the first one.
I don't know. You just want to touch the exhaust? You just want to touch stuff.
1906 guys, really? It's crazy. I never thought I'd see one in person.
Apologies for the airport outro, but I just wanted to say what an epic event as always. Such incredible people, such incredible staff, and that's what it takes to make an event like this happen. I left with a giant smile on my face, getting to hang out with all the homies, seeing some incredible cars from all over the world, some amazing driving, and getting to see all of you guys with a massive smile on your face, both in the comments and in real life. I love Ireland, I love the people here, and I'm so excited for the next stop of the LC World Tour. We got Australia and Canada coming up. It's gonna be a good time. You gotta come out, because it's one you won't wanna miss. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon.